Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Hyundai Kona. Before we get into this video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.6 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 26 around town and then 32 on the highway, with power outputs being 190 horsepower and then 195 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood on the Kona, it's very boxy now. I mean, look at the section on either side, very interesting with the design. And then you guys probably also noticed the giant light bar there. The actual headlight cluster is down below. And then notice that it's mostly closed off with the front end, so it gives it a very kind of futuristic spaceship type appearance, more like an EV. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the front end of this new Kona. It's very interesting. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 235, 45, 19 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the blacked out elements. And then notice we got this big chunky fender flare here, and then you got the rest of the bodywork there as well, and then tons of lines that crisscross. And then here is your full side view with the Kona. It has an interesting look with all that cladding. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the remote start function there, that is for the alarm. And then also on the side we got the self park function, the opening for the hatch. Pretty interesting setup with the key fob. Now in the cargo area, you guys can see that we have quite a bit of space, and yes, you can in fact fit chicken feed here in the back of the Kona, and so it is definitely practical from that perspective. And also you got a cargo cover. Now the hatch is automatic, so just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. And you guys guessed it, we got another light bar here on the back here with the Kona, and then you can see the badging. Sorry about the wind noise with this, but anyways, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the Kona. I think that it's pretty cool for what this car's going for. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here, and then look at the handle. And then you got a little bit of storage. And then here are the seats perforated all down the center portion. Again, more of that soft touch. Now legroom in the back is pretty solid. We've got some vents here, USB ports as well. Seats are actually comfortable. And then we do have a cup holder armrest. And then headroom, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see, again, not soft touch at the top, but down below there is quite a bit. All of our window controls, we got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then taking a look at the front seat, again, perforated down the center portion, all of your adjustments here on the side. You can see for the stability control, hill descent control, it's for the parking brake, and then we've got the opening for the hatch, and then, yeah, pretty normal pedals. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around, and I like this new kind of logo they have in the center. Paddle shifters here on the back for the 8-speed. You've got controls for your like voice command controls, adaptive cruise control with the steering assist, and then you've got a bunch of stalks here in the back because this has a column shifter. We do have this full digital gauge cluster here in the center, and you can press the pages button to see different bits of info and systems within the car. And then we also have our drive mode select. I like how it changes in sport mode, it's pretty cool. Now this does come with a 360 camera system. It is unnecessary in my opinion because this is not a very big car, but it's still a really nice feature to have. Always makes parking a little bit easier. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time is really good. It's easy to use, and you can see it's all connected in one unit. And then I like the fact that we still have physical buttons down below. So for like the radio, for example, we got our climate controls here, dual zone climate in this. And then you can see we've got our controls for the USBs, and or not controls, but ports for the USBs, then wireless phone charging pad. Heated and ventilated seats, and then you can see the heated steering wheel, auto hold, your drive mode select, that's for the camera, and then the parking sensors. And then you can see with the cup holders right here, you can push these in. It's pretty fun. But yeah, good storage there. And then with the center console, more storage as well. Nice padding here on the top. And then I like the look of the trim on the dash. I'm pretty sure it's just plastic, but it still looks pretty cool. And then that trim that goes to the vent. And then we got storage above the glove box, and then in the side of the glove box as well. And then we just have a regular sunroof. Like how it's automated with the sunshade. So here's a window sticker on this Kona. This particular one is front wheel drive. Interesting. Anyways, there's all your standard equipment. And then here's your total MSRP, $33,645. Pretty affordable for a Spaceship, if you ask me. Let's see how it drives. Oh, setting off in the Kona, and I forgot to talk about visibility at first. Scatterbrain because of the wind and everything. But good visibility through both of the mirrors. And then through the back it is a little bit more limited, but it does have blind spot monitoring with it, which is great. Drives kind of how you'd expect for an economy crossover, whatever you want to call this thing, lifted hatchback. Cool with the turn signal cameras. It's always a nice feature to have. I mean, especially when this has a little bit more of a blind spot because of the shape of the windows and all of that. I will say smooth drive. Oh, good torque out of this. Do feel the torque steer a bit with this front wheel drive, but I mean, it's pretty quick. It moves. It does not have a problem with acceleration. It's a nice drive. It is a nice drive. And the seats are comfortable too. With this, I think they've done, again, this is not, I mean, it's an economy car, right? But I think they've done a good job with kind of making this feel a bit more upscale with certain materials like the seats, for example. Like seriously, Hyundai's been killing it. If you haven't sat in a Hyundai, I would say in, I mean, even like 2 or 3 years, but like especially like 5 to 10 years, go sit in a new Hyundai. You will be shocked at like it. These Hyundais do not feel like what they used to. They used to, they used to have like nice features, but they just weren't all that well built. But these modern ones that really tight fit and finish, like the company's doing a really good job. Some other stuff with the daily driving with this. It's not the biggest vehicle on the planet, but I don't think people looking at this really want size, right? You're looking for fuel economy, kind of like sporty handling and obviously more affordability. But it's not as bad as you'd think. So like you guys saw, the chicken feed in the back. I thought that was funny. But you can fit a car seat back there. I mean, you do have to lose a little bit of front passenger space because of that, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And overall, this just drives well. It's not like way out there, exciting or this or that. It's just a car that drives pretty well. So let me know what you guys think about the Kona, but I think that Hyundai did a really good job. The only thing that I think that is probably going to get in the way of the Kona is the new Santa Fe. So I understand the Santa Fe is like in a price bracket above this, but I don't know if this has some cool features, but I don't know if these are features that people really care about, if that makes sense. Like the 360 camera, for example. This is such a small car, it's like, who cares? Ventilated seats, I know some people care about that, but I know a lot of people don't really care about ventilated seats as much. And so like I reviewed a Santa Fe that was, okay, that had cloth seats, that was like $37,000. And then I reviewed one with the XRT, that one had nicer seats, that was like $42,000. So I mean, that's a pretty big price difference, like $8,000. That changed someone's payment quite a bit. But I'm just kind of thinking through this. I just think that like with how cool that new Santa Fe looks and with the 3-row, I think that a lot of people are going to justify going for that bigger vehicle over one of these Konas, just because the Kona's not expensive, but there is some, price touching. So let me know what you guys think about the Kona, and let me know if you think if the Santa Fe is going to disrupt Kona sales a little bit. I think there's a little bit of potential, even though there's a price gap. I think they're close enough at the same time.